Welcome back, Vallalindo team. It's nice to see everyone's smiling faces, ready to take on a new school year filled with opportunities and learning. We are once again a part of the legacy cohort of schools. In this cohort, we believe in planting the seeds of learning in all of our students and nurturing those seeds so that they will grow into strong, independent learners of tomorrow. Here at Vallalindo, we believe all students are natural learners who are motivated to understand their world and seek to succeed at progressively higher levels of learning. To achieve this, one of our LCAP goals is to increase the support of our struggling readers. This past year, we have been successful in supporting our readers with small groups and specific learning objectives, especially our male students who make up the majority of our reading intervention small groups. Seeing that made me wonder, do boys struggle in reading in other schools? So that led me to do some research. And what I found is PISA, Program for International Student Assessment. Every 3 years, PISA tests 15-year-old students from all over the world in reading, mathematics, and science. The tests are designed to gauge how well the students master key subjects to be prepared for real-life situations in the adult world. The test is published a year after the students are tested to help governments shape their education policy. Today, we will be watching a short video about gender equity in education. As you are watching the video, please think of the following questions. What is something that surprised you? What noticings or wonderings do you have after watching the video?
While many countries have made great progress in narrowing gender gaps in education, new ones are opening. Of the weakest students in the 3 core subjects PISA assesses, reading, mathematics, and science, 6 out of 10 are boys. At the same time, girls struggle when they are asked to think like scientists and apply what they've learned at school. Boys do less homework than girls, play more video games, and rarely read in their spare time. Parents and teachers can help boys to improve their reading habits by giving them more choice in what they read, allowing them some time for video gaming, but insisting that they do their homework too. Too many girls still lack confidence in their own abilities in maths, and parents are less likely to expect their daughters to pursue mathematics-related careers. Parents and teachers can help to build girls' confidence by encouraging them to solve problems independently. When girls and boys can fulfill their potential in school, they can contribute more to the economic growth and well-being of their societies later on.
Discuss at your tables. What is something that surprised you? What noticings or wonderings do you have after watching the video? Now you all know me, and you also know that when I am curious about something, I am relentless until I find the answer to what I am curious about. It turns out that our state testing results are reported by gender. Here, you can see the 2018 SBAC ELA reading results for our school. The percentage of female students meeting and exceeding standard is 63%, while the percentage of male students meeting and exceeding standard is only 48%. Our school data shows that boys at our school are scoring lower in the subject of reading. Our results are similar to the results presented in the video that showed 6 out of 10 boys are weak in reading, math, and science. We have a similar gender gap here at Vallalindo. Our female students outscore our male students by 15% on the SBAC ELA reading test. Looking at our current state, there is a 15% equity gap between males and females in meeting exceeding standards in SBAC ELA reading. I am proposing that by spring of 2020, the gender equity gap at our school will be reduced to 5% between males and females on the SBAC ELA reading. Many of us did not know that this gender gap in reading existed, but now that we have the data, we need to address the instructional need of 51% of our student population. If not addressed, this gap continues to grow through middle school, high school, and into the university years. Boys need our help. To reverse this trend, we will be implementing the following actions. Continuous efforts to build positive relationships with our male students using Sanford Harmony, our social-emotional program. Developing a positive academic mindset in classrooms by making student efficacy a priority. Start creating lessons and tasks with clear learning intentions and success criteria by using success criteria templates for unit planning to build intellective capacity. We will also have protected bi-weekly PLCs for teachers to review data and student evidence to document growth and plan for next steps. To achieve our ideal state, we will need to look at what research tells us. And studies say that fostering positive relationships with male students helps improve learning and that students eventually take ownership of their learning, leading male students to be independent learners. Help build an I think I can attitude by helping students achieve small incremental success on important tasks to build self-efficacy. Creating positive relationships can help our male students perceive our school as welcoming and supportive and therefore increase academic performance. Next, we will need to be precise when developing our learning intentions and success criteria for our dependent learners. Fisher and Fry state that success criteria provide students with clear, specific, and attainable goals, and that this can spark motivation in some of the most reluctant of learners. So we will be using a vertically aligned K through 6 success criteria template to do unit planning across the grade levels, so all students will be able to articulate their own learning with a common language. There will also be continuous development for teachers to receive training and how to be culturally responsive educators. During our PLCs, we will be discussing the book Culturally Responsive Teaching in the Brain by Zaretta Hammond. Teachers will be given a safe space to implement and practice the strategies in their classrooms. And during the protected PLC time, teachers in their grade levels will review the data and progress towards our male students' learning goals. In order for our teachers and our students to be successful in reading, they will need tools. Here you can see the success criteria template for unit planning and our success criteria input chart to make learning visible in the classroom. And as one of 10 Sanford Harmony demonstration schools in San Diego County, we will continue to implement this program with fidelity as our social emotional learning curriculum. This year, we will focus on culturally responsive teaching modules in Sanford Inspire. We will also be reading Zaretta Hammond's book, Culturally Responsive Teaching in the Brain. And the most important tool of all is you. You all mean so much to the progress of every student at this school, most especially our male students. Without you, we would not be able to move our students forward and give them the education that they deserve. It is very appropriate that we are a part of the legacy cohort. What is a legacy? Planting seeds in a garden you never get to see. We are the legacy cohort. What seeds will you help plant this year?